Oh, hello. So today is my off day, so I decided to make something small for me to eat. I'm making beef and cabbage with pap. So we'll firstly start off by cleaning off our beef, making sure that it's clean, remove all the unnecessary things that's supposed to be there, just make sure it's clean and all of that. Yeah, so here I've cleaned my beef and this is how it looks like in the pot. I will be adding beni, garlic, and onion. Yeah, I love garlic in my food. I always try my best to add garlic in whatever I cook. It's really nice, and yeah, so yeah, I'm adding the garlic in the food. I mean in the beef, and just letting it boil. I'll also add um beni and salt. Don't ask me for measurements. I'm African. Just put the spices up until your ancestors tell you that it's enough. Yeah. So yeah, I put my beni and I'm gonna put my salt later here. Mm, put I'm putting my salt. Yeah, and we're gonna let it boil for however my heart feels like. Like I said, you do everything up until your ancestors tell you to stop. So here I have my cabbage. I already chopped it up. I know it doesn't look appetizing, but that's because it was frozen. I don't know why I froze it, but yeah, I just froze it. So I put in my pot and I'm boiling it. Yeah, just to so that it can be in the same texture as when I put in the boiled beef. Yeah, here I'm just sticking on my beef, making sure that everything's cooking right and boiling properly. Now, so while my beef and the cabbage is boiling, I'm gonna add my tomato and green pepper. I was supposed to do a transition that I totally forgot. I totally forgot to do the transition. And here I'm trying to show you how the beef looks like after it boiled. Yes, it's chaos. There's too much steam. So I warmed up my pan and I put in some oil, and I'm gonna just add everything. Yeah, so we just threw in that bit of onion to make sure that the oil is hot enough. And I added green pepper, tomatoes, and onion, just letting it boil and simmer. And then after that, make sure you are boiling so that it doesn't stick on your pan, right? And make sure you cover. Like I find it so weird when people are cooking and they don't cover their food. Like it's so weird. So now I'm gonna add Norox cubes. I'll just add it inside there. Just I wanted to put it. You have to put it like in hot water so that it must melt, but I was feeling too lazy, so I just chopped it up. Powder stuff, and just put it in my beef. Should I even call it beef stew? Is it beef stew? I don't know, but I don't know what you call this dish. I just cooked it because I was not following my brain. So I added it to the sauce that I was making here. And I will add also salt. I was gonna add beni, but I ran out of beni, unfortunately. So yeah, I also added canned tomato. I really like canned tomatoes when I'm making sauce. Yeah. So after adding all of that, I just mix it up, make sure that everything is all mixed and everything is mixed and voiceover is so hard. Yeah, my cabbage is now boiled, my beef is boiled enough, so I added the cabbage in the beef tube, I mean in the beef. And then I'm taking all my sauce and adding it in the cabbage and beef, and you make sure that you stir it nicely, make sure that everything is mixed, and then it should look like this. and then we let it boil again for, I don't know, I think like 80 minutes. I'm not sure, but yeah, just boiled. And of course, add salt. How Just add up until your sister tell me that's enough. Yeah, and here so I put my hot water. I'm about to make pap. Put a bit of water because I'm alone, I live alone, and cover your stuff, man. Yeah, so here the hot water is hot enough, and so I'm gonna use two of my trusty best friend. This thing, I don't know what they call it in this cooking thing. So I use this metal thing. I don't know what they call it, I forgot. A whisker, I think. Yeah, call it a whisker. So I'm gonna make it so that, bruh, voiceover is so hard. Yeah, anyway, so my porridge is boiling now. So I'm gonna stir it, make sure that it doesn't stick, make sure that everything is boiling perfectly, evenly boiled. Make sure you don't put a lot of maize meal first. I know my stove is dirty, I am cooking. I will clean that, but I promise. Yeah, just checking on my beef here. Everything's looking good, everything's boiling well. Yeah, we're gonna let it boil again. So here my pap is enough. It's boiling enough. My porridge is boiling enough. So I'm gonna add in. Is this what I add? Hey, bro, voice over. You know, I'm a lazy person, bro. Hey. Anyways, just stirring this thing. Make sure that it's boiling. Everything even and all. Yeah, and I believe here is now when it is boiled enough, and I'm about to add the maize meal so that it can be thick. And oh yeah, so I'm adding my maize meal 1 cup at a time so that you don't over add your maize meal, because we don't want pap that's hard. We want pap that is evenly well. And like make sure you mixed. If it's not enough, you obviously need to add. Yeah, so I added my maize meal. I stirred again. It should look something like this. And after that, make sure you just yeah. So you make sure that everything is stirred well and all, and then you just cover it for like I think 7 to 8 minutes so that everything will just cook up and the pap must be ready. And yeah, this is how my food looked like. I enjoyed it. Thank you. Please follow, like, and follow. Oh, please like,